MakingStarWars.net.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason the War from MakingStarWars.net, and I just watched The Bad Batch. I think Max is going to join me. She's supposed to already be here, but she's being all cool and late, so whatever. Um, Basically, the episode was sort of another kind of Indiana Jones, I don't know, escapade with Wanda Sykes, which is interesting. I don't hate it, don't love it, not really, pretty neutral about it. The puzzles in the episode that they have to try to traverse as they get to the heart of the mountain, which Star Wars Meg has told me is a Minecraft reference that I don't get, but my kids probably know, but they're snoring over there. So um, I have no idea what that means. But it seems, it was cool. And, Dead Dragon, once again, he says another filler episode. And to that, I gotta say, it's a filler show. I don't think the show does anything except for fill in a gap. And I don't know, is that acceptable? Does it matter? I'm a bit ambivalent about the show at this point. Not that I didn't like it, not that it's like necessarily bad, but I just don't know if it's a show worth staying up for. Is how I feel about it. It's just okay. Doesn't offend me. Don't love it. Don't hate it either. Just ambivalent. So, sorry, I'm still a little sick. Azatrus's Bad Batch and The Last Crusade was good. So yeah, the music was really good. Kiner Brothers did a good job with that shit. It worked. It was serviceable. Apologize for the coughing. But basically, there really isn't a lot to say. I mean, they go through, for some reason, is this a gripe? I don't know. But remember, like in the previous episode, I was making fun of Omega. She gets that looking glass or the kaleidoscope. And she's like, how do I get the jewels in there? I don't know. Maybe it's foreshadowing this, but it seemed a bit stupid, a little stupid for her, for somebody who's living in the Star Wars galaxy to go, why are there jewels in here? But this time she looks at it and she has something similar to it. And she's able to look around and use it to actually, solve the puzzles. And sometimes in the episode, there was times when it was just like watching them move things. Not the most exciting stuff. Was sort of intriguing, but there was times when I felt like, okay, like I could check my watch now. Let's get on with this. Might be because I'm tired. Might be me just being a little bit of a pissy pants, which is completely possible. Lambhead, full effect. Yeah, Dale says the first time through was fun and exciting, but I had to know more about the lore Fee was spewing. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just ancient dinos is what I would call it. What culture built stuff like that? Yeah, and I kind of thought at the end of the episode they should have, like, I don't know, taken a piece of the wall or something to sell to an antique dealer.
You're already on?
Yeah, Max, we were supposed
Fuck.
4 minutes ago. What the fuck?
It's a little early.
No, it's not. Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
it is.
It's early in the morning. That's that. You're right. No, how's it going? How's it going, Wanda Sykes Jr.?
One of Skypes.
Psych.
One of Skypes.
Yeah. So I don't know. Were you enthralled? Did you have fun? Were you bored?
I did.
Were you?
I had fun.
Yeah, you're pretty.
I'm pretty optimistic.
You're pretty fair with the show. You're like, it's a cartoon. I'm gonna get in cartoon. Is
Well,
that the last time cartoon mode.
Yeah, it's cartoon mode. Yeah, it's another mission. So, like,
that's the show.
It's
right.
They're missions. They're missions.
Yeah,
they're not fillers. They're missions.
I you missed it. I said it's a filler series. I mean,
you're such a copycat.
Right though? I mean, but it is, right? I mean, it's just
they're all fillers.
It doesn't really have a point other than the A team does A team stuff. So, but yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
The Dragon says, I hope the next episode has the Wookiee Jedi in it. Yeah, somebody made a video on YouTube that faked me out for 1 second. And it was like episode 5 preview. I was like, oh, they're putting those out now. And I clicked it and I watched it and it had like the little Wookiee Jedi. And I'm like, if that was an episode preview, I think that would have been everywhere. And then you read deep down and they're like, no, this is just my guess. And I'm like, you can't call the title your guess. But Gunji, I love Gunji. That's his name. And he has a little wooden lightsaber.
Gunji.
Yeah. It's, but yeah, we are kind of getting into that time, I would think, but I don't know.
Yeah. What is Nick say? What? What the hell sort of time do you call this, Max? Party time.
Max is always at party time.
I'm party time.
And good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Nick.
You missed all of the Fortnite missions last night. Me and Bespin are like the Bad Batch mission of the week, and we did it. And I don't know where you were, man, but you missed it. But yeah, Baymax says it's adventure of the week, primarily for kids. Yeah,
I'm a kid.
It's true. You're kind of like
I'm immature.
A little tiny baby. A little baby Grogu. But I didn't it's not like that I want to aim too high for the series. It's just like I felt like the episode stalled out. Like
I don't know what it's trying to do, honestly.
When they're like pushing stuff, though, they're like pushing things. Like we're like literally watching them push. It's like edit that shit. Don't show. They showed up to do like the whole thing, and you could tell that was work, not they wanted to show it off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, Star Wars. I feel like typically you don't show off your work. You just let it. You just let it hang back. No, like it's back to the old George Lucas. Special effect is a boring thing, kind of stuff. And there was a lot of like, I feel like Indiana Jones even doesn't quite do it like that. Like it's a little bit snappier. So I think I was like, I liked the episode as intrigued, but I just thought it was slow. And then the music tries to pick it up. So the music was like, oh,
I kind of like that though.
No,
because they reminded me of like Star Wars.
But the epicness of the music compared to like a fucking big dude going, it wasn't like when Indiana Jones, when you're culminating in Indiana Jones toward like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they're like about to open the ark, you're like, what the fuck's gonna happen? And I'm like, no, I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna push that, and a rock's gonna fall down. Like I know that they know that.
Oh, this was very Indiana Jones too.
It was all it was.
As well.
Yeah, which is fine, which is good. And I like the idea. I it's kind of weird because Wanda Sykes did not read any of her lines.
She had me laughing.
Serious though, at all. And I could have used a mixture of the Wanda Sykes humor, but also I'm an anthropologist who's not in a university anymore because imperialism has pushed me out. You know what I mean, though? Like,
oh my God.
I think there's a couple of times they should have. I think by sort of bringing her down in certain moments to prove that she's an expert, and then to make us wonder the more, is she an expert or is she a shyster? Because it just was really towards shyster.
She was funny.
You found her funny the whole time?
I love her.
I kept hearing the line she was saying in an Indiana Jones voice and being like, man, this could have been cooler.
Why? How?
Because it felt like for me, it was kind of ruining the mood. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I found it was her humor that was coming through that I've always.
Yeah, I like Wanda Sykes. I especially like her in Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's like my favorite Wanda Sykes stuff is with Larry David. She's like, you bald asshole. Like, it's just funny. And but it's like there were moments when, like I said, I was like a little bit like,
is it a little too much for you?
I think they just and it wasn't like it was that intense. Like I get it sometimes like in a cartoon, they'll taper down because maybe there's some fucking kid who sucks and can't handle it. You know, they're like, oh, we got that kid who can't handle it. Got to cater to that fucking little asshole. So I mean, but this wasn't really that. You know,
Loosen up, bandana.
that was nice. I like that. That was funny. But yeah, but once again, maybe I'm just too tired. Baymax says animation was beautiful, just not much of a through story that we can see as yet. Yeah, and that's the question is,
None of
or the
these
thing.
are.
I don't think there's going to
I'm
be a
sorry.
through story.
They're
That's
little fun episodes. That's it.
yeah.
Right now, as of now. I mean, I don't, and I do like Mel a lot.
I like that.
Reminded me of Chopper.
Yeah, the droid was. I liked when something happened in the temple, then we cut to outside.
Oh, it died.
Oh yeah, and he's like, you know, it was.
That sucked. I was like,
Yeah.
and then one of Skypes was like, yeah, I heard. She's like, yeah, basically like, oh, I can repair Mel, blah blah blah. Like that sucked.
Yeah, Dale says I don't think she's ever had a toy. Kids usually would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's so she used the. I was gonna text that to you, and then I was like, I don't know. She used the toy that she was given, right? The little this one,
the kaleidoscope,
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was like she got to see like the the different vibrations or the different colors of
the rainbow,
whatever. Yeah.
Okay, just a stupid. This isn't important. This is just
That's
a stupid gripe. Did you have it when they put the thing back in and the monster like shuts down? Should it have walked backwards into place and sat back down on its perch and fucking closed up?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, kind of thought maybe it should have done that.
Yeah.
But because it, like, you know, because I mean, it means it was like a one use fucking thing. Like what? Well, those ancients were idiots. No wonder why they died out. Acid Truth says, need to see where it's going, but at this point, I guess they gave screeners of 14 episodes, so only the last 2 has important stuff in it. That's my when things go out to the people that it went out to, it's hard to say what they're passing over, what they understand. Like, for instance, if Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi shows up, they're like, oh, Obi-Wan's in it. That's episode 9's a really important one. But if that doesn't happen, they may be overlooking stuff that's actually important or that's like crucial or connective. But I don't think that's the case with this, based off of, you know, just the general gist of how many people have had this now. I don't think so. I'm not really expecting too many huge surprises. And like the thing I talked about before with Crosshair seems to be like maybe the greater point of the season, but that's not even a point of the season. But it's not a point of the season. You know, there is no point of the season. It's just Star Wars people doing stuff.
I don't like him.
Who? Crosshair?
Yeah.
He's a fucking dork. You know, it's like, shut the fuck up. Speak normally. Seth says the prequels to Star Wars is Horizon Zero Dawn. The prequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't played that, but I saw like the trailers look cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the dinosaur thing though. That was kind of fun. It's like a Dinobot, like a fucked up Dinobot, and kind of like a Dinobot meets the Zillo Beast.
You're making this up as you go.
Yeah. That's what she said, huh? Nick says, what the hell sort of time do you call this, Max? Max calls it fucking lunchtime.
Party time. I guess because it's morning. I guess because it's morning and I look like I'm party time.
Well, it's party time. Next week is Tribe. So it's got to be the Wookiees. Okay.
Let's hope.
And can we just take a minute to say how much we appreciate Baymax and his ability to spell Wookiees correctly? Because I see seasoned veterans not spelling Wookiees correctly.
I don't spell Wookiees correctly.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually thinking Baymax, because you drive me fucking crazy with that. You're always texting me Wookiee wrong.
Who has the time to look up how to spell Wookiees?
Seth despises the fake trailers. Yeah, me too. As the truth says, I was hoping it would have been Zepho related, but didn't look like anything at Zepho. Yeah, I kind of wondered that for a second, and then as it was going on, the only thing that made me think of Zepho was just like the way like the lights kind of worked and the power source stuff. But I think that's just like the video game nature of how they envision booby traps.
What boobies?
I did like when they said booby traps though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick, are you watching Bad Batch? Or are you not watching? I don't think Nick is watching the Bad Batch. I think he's just here to harass you. Dell says, release your inner child, Max.
All the time.
Don't. It's a brat. I met it before. As the truth says, I was hoping mention of the Zepho. Okay. Yeah, we read that one. So I like to show it off. Okay.
Oh.
Crosshair episode had wonderful music. Yeah, and the music in this episode was good.
I liked it.
I just don't know if what was happening in frame lived up to it.
It was very John Williams-y, I thought.
But that's always like that is what I think is sort of the magic of John Williams though. Is you usually don't he's good at tempering the music to what's on screen. You usually don't feel like it's what he's playing is more powerful than what you're seeing. It's usually like a combination of those two things coming together. And but I'm not going to go and then hold this show to a John Williams, measure. I mean, that would be crazy. So Seth says, I'm expecting the Gunji stuff to be double episode drop in the middle of the season. The show is probably going to pick up more after the halfway point, just like the first season. I hope so. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, and I would love for there to be like, a couple of arcs. I think that's kind of like in a weird way is like in the first, we had like the first two episodes that connected, but it was sort of like a fast and slow episode, if I remember right. And there hasn't really been like an arc. I needed like an arc, like a real 2-episode story at least to like get me excited.
So about two? Three's long.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I am liking Omega in the episode though. Omega. She's Omega.
She's cute.
I'm not a Kiwi. Is that what they are? Is that New Zealand? Are they Kiwis? Is that what they call themselves?
Fruit.
Oh, right.
You're a banana.
I know. I probably just offended them. But what are they gonna do about it? What do you call it? No, but I mean, I'm trying to give her a compliment, saying that if the character is isn't being super annoying, feels like the character is in the team. Doesn't feel like, hey, I'm the little kid and I'm baggage. Like there's none of that shit going on. The precociousness is kept to a minimum, and I'm liking it. It's pretty good so far.
She did for a little minute, a minute. I think I'm just being too difficult.
What was annoying? What am I overlooking?
It wasn't annoying, but like one of Skype's was like, "You got the right idea, kid," or some shit like that. Towards the end, she was. I forgot what it was. Yeah, but it was like towards the end of the episode. Like she was figuring out something, and she said, "I have to rewind it." She said something. I was just like,
Dale is referring to Star Wars Santa's guessing game that I did mine. I don't really remember what I picked for some of them, but I do remember I think I didn't pick that the droid would be named in this episode, and I saw the droid and I was like, fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Or something like that. But yeah, you said it, Max.
Sorry, did you hear that?
No, nobody heard that. No, we all heard it. We all heard it. You sounded like the like Marge Simpson's sisters. No, I'm kidding. Dead Dragon says, which series was better in your opinion, Rebels or Bad Batch?
Rebels. Shut up.
I love Bad
Rebels.
Batch better. I like the story of Rebels a lot, but the execution of Rebels isn't always perfect. Like I find Ezra Bridger to be about 10 times more annoying than Omega.
Omega Moo.
Mm-hmm. So that's, but once again, I mean,
It's there are
Rebels
only
had
moments though.
Rebels had
He's not like
like
that all the
5 seasons or four. How many? There's a 4 seasons or 5 seasons now. But Rebels had a lot of stuff to like make it into something. And I would say that in the first 2 seasons of Rebels, you had more story and lore going on, more just deeper story than what we've got in this. Other like in this one, it's just been like a couple of things about the stormtroopers,
time.
and and some of that stuff we actually learned in the Star Wars Rebels books that came out at the time.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like what happened to the clones and stuff was sort of like hinted at and shit. So, but yeah, I mean, Rebels just had so many good moments in the end.
That was uh-oh. I love Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
I think almost
Yeah.
as much as I love the Clone Wars. And the reason I'm saying that is because I was really into the Clone Wars. And then when they decided to end it, I was pissed off, but then I was just like, okay. So then when they started something new,
Mm-hmm.
I was like mentally, I was like, okay, I'm done with Clone Wars. So when they
Mm-hmm.
started revisiting Clone Wars, I was like, okay, so I have to get back in Clone Wars.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
not in
like
a bad way. It was just
we got like lost missions, and then we got like the next season finally, and
yeah.
it broke its rhythm in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And Rebels,
And
I
that's
mean,
and
Rebels
that's
is
what
so ugly though. It looks like shit.
I don't think it looks like shit. I don't. It
Yeah,
doesn't bother me. It doesn't
yeah.
bother
I
me.
think I think like Clone Wars and Bad
But
Batch look a
I
lot better.
noticed that the Bad Batch, when they showed like the fingers, they do look wooden.
Mm-hmm.
So in some ways, it kind of feels like the Bad Batch is like a combination of both Clone Wars and Rebels, like
Yeah,
from an animatic perspective.
a lot of the establishing shots and stuff look really good. The lighting looks really good,
I love the
and
background at the end of the episode,
I
the
think I
landscape.
I think we might not see storytelling like Rebels anymore in animation. I think that like something that comes close to that level would probably get bumped up to being a live action television show.
Good.
And I think that's kind of what we're seeing with Rebels here though, is even smaller scale Star Wars. It's like the tiniest scale Star Wars. Then the TV shows are a little bit bigger, and then the movies
Mhm.
are the whole deal. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what we're looking at, you know?
And the reason I say that is because like I looked past the whole like the animation. It did not bother me.
Yeah.
Um but for the story to make me cry. And I was like embarrassed that I cried over a story.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. You can
No,
cry.
it wasn't okay. Not for me.
What was it when you thought
No,
Gunji died?
I felt sully.
What made you cry? What part?
When Kanan died.
Oh, okay. You
And
cried. I was laughing. I was like, ha.
are you serious?
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm just
you
fucking
did.
around. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
fucking
did.
around.
No, I
Uh,
cried.
I was like, Freddie Prince Jr. What are you gonna
Mm-mm.
do now?
No, that made me cry.
Go and
And then
date Buffy?
when
Oh, you win. Good job. Good job,
no,
bud.
and then another part when Ahsoka discovered that or realized that Anakin was Darth Vader, when she had that moment, I cried because like their whole
His eyebrows.
relationship.
Oh my god, his
Yes.
eyebrows.
No, no, no.
um, Stone Sky Sunrise says, I feel like Fee Genoa is it Genoa or Genoa? I don't know. Is going to be an influence on Omega. Perhaps instead of being a bounty hunter, she'll grow up to be a Tomb Raider. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, like I do
That's
feel like
Wanda Skypes, right?
mhm. Yeah, there's going to be like, I mean, you would think there would be a moment where she crosses paths with Boba eventually. Eventually, like they have to do that story, and then I think that would be like either. I mean, there's a couple of ways they could do that story, and one way is obviously she's a bounty hunter, very unlike you, blah 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 blah. The other way is look what I did and look what you
She's like
did.
She's
You
like,
didn't have to do that, you
you're
know.
my brother. You're my brother.
You're my brother. That's pretty good. Good job, Max. Dell says Rebels holds a story a lot better. I think the Bad Batch will catch up to it though. Yeah, it's
Oh my god.
what?
I can't. That's so fucked up.
What?
When my door closes and my roommate doesn't live here anymore, and it's my fucking cats.
Oh,
That scared the shit out of me.
could be Ghost Cat.
No, the fucking door closed. Closed.
Okay, sorry. Hey y'all, or some shit like that. Hey Murph, how's it going, man? Nick says I can confirm I am not watching the Bad Boys. I don't know about you guys. Do it. All credit to y'all though. Yeah, you know, I figured give it a wink or
You're
watch the
not
Bad
watch.
Batch. I'll watch the Bad Batch. You
Give
know,
it a what?
give it a wink. That's what
A
they say over
wink?
there. A wink.
A wink or a wink?
Wink. It's the accent. Am I saying wink or wink? You decide. Um, Dell says at least nobody else will be able to use it, so it's a good thing we came on the on the adventure. Yeah, I mean, but what was it? What was it made for? Like, does something bad happen? Maybe they fucked that world over. We don't know. But I think Bad Batch could go on for 5 seasons max.
Really?
I mean, with what it
Wait,
is.
wait, wait, wait. I think BB can go on for 5 seasons, comma max, addressing me, or maximum.
Maximum.
I need
No.
clarification.
Yeah. I honestly, with what it's been doing, I don't really think I need a 3rd season.
No, I really don't.
I mean, in fact, I would prefer they go back to the anthology type series with some through characters who continue to like go on and play in that stuff. But like, I think this would be a much more interesting series if it was anthology based, how Clone Wars was, where you were just kind of like jumping around and telling stories. And so I would almost rather like Tales of the Jedi and this just kind of get mashed together and sort of just, you know, tell just more interesting things in Star Wars that won't be coming to live action, that won't be coming to film. And like, my favorite thing of the year is still that Yaddle looking into Dooku and then getting killed by him. That's still my favorite animated moment
That
of the year,
hurt my
probably.
feelings.
Did you cry? You
I
piece
felt
of
sad.
shit. You did
I
not
felt
cry.
sad.
You didn't cry at all. You cried for Kanan, but not for Yaddle. What the
I
fuck?
did.
What the fuck?
I was. My feelings were hurt.
No, I didn't cry either. I was like, I like Freddie Prinze Jr.
No,
now.
I liked Yaddle.
Yeah. No,
You
I
know
like
Yaddle.
Yaddle too. No, actually, I know like our buddy Meg was like super like fucking you brought Yaddle back and you fucking killed Yaddle.
No,
And
I was with her on that.
but I was
I thought it
of
was
the mind
unnecessary.
I'm of the mindset that we didn't even know what fucking happened to Yaddle, and now Yaddle's part of the biggest part of the prequel puzzle. I'm like, that's cool. Like that's what I liked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, where I'm going with this is back to the old Bad Batch is I don't really need like guest character of the week, like cameo of the week. I don't need to know what happens when the Bad Batch meets Darth Vader or any of that kind of shit. But I need some intrigue that pulls me through the season. That like what are they trying to like if they were trying to do something all season, they were hunting an artifact all season, and all of these side missions were like on the path to it. But it clearly they don't want to get that involved.
There's always side missions. Even the last last season was side missions.
But it's like, you know, like what if Omega had been obsessed with this puzzle or this what was the heart of the mountain? And what if all of these side missions she was like, but if we go here, I could look at this one thing that leads to that, and then we could do that mission. So they could have put the side mission with the artifact,
and that could be what they're leading up to, like that she's slowly gathering little pieces of information. And
but the people have seen it.
Oh,
give that idea off. So
okay.
I hope so. That'd be great though. But apparently episodes 6, 7, 8, 12, and 14 are the episodes to look for this season. So what this was 5. So next week should be a good one. Gunji. But when Gunji shows up, I think I'm gonna be happy. Now, if they kill Gunji like he's fucking Yaddle, I'm out.
No, I'd be pissed off. He's
No,
a
I'm
cutie.
I don't think they'll kill a cute Wookiee kid in kids cartoon. Do you?
No.
I don't think so either.
No, everyone would cry and revolt. It's like if
Sabers,
they killed Grogu. Kind
it'll
of.
happen someday. He has it coming too.
No, he's still alive.
He's ugly.
He's outliving us. He's not ugly. He's cute.
They said that in the episode.
He's fucking cute.
They said he's not a clone because he's ugly. That's how
No,
they know he's not a clone. They literally said that.
Who said
he's
that?
too Quail.
Quail's ugly. Okay.
Quail's beautiful. His little pig.
No, he's ugly.
Pig, little beautiful piggy.
Little bacon
He's
shit.
He's Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte's a beautiful man, one of the most beautiful men in America.
He's jealous. That's why he called him
People
ugly.
magazine said that.
He called him ugly because he's jealous. That bacon bitch.
Bacon bitch.
I loved Quail too.
Can we start calling him Bacon Bitch Nick Nolte? Bacon bitch.
I loved Quail. I loved Quail too. I didn't appreciate that he called Grogu ugly.
Yeah,
I think he said that out of jealousy.
I think he was a jealous little bacon bitch.
Yeah, didn't you hear him go after that?
Yeah. So Sabersmith says Rebels has always been my go-to when I need a big Star Wars hug. And hey, if that gives it to you, that's great. That's what I say. Because when you can find that stuff,
I love it.
Use it.
I love
Murphquake says Rob doing George Lucas' voice. Actually, it's Genoa Salami, which has always been my favorite. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm a farmer mother.
I'm a lead farmer mother. Motherick.
All right, Murph, you win. So Seth says apparently episode 14 is one of the best episodes in Star Wars animation. You know what? I'm gonna roll it back a little bit because I'm a jealous
don't say that.
I'm a jealous bitch who hasn't got to see all 14 of those episodes. But they said last week's episode was the worst one. And that's my favorite one.
That was the best one.
That's my favorite one so far still.
Mine too.
I'm actually going to probably say this.
I watched it 3 times.
Watched it 3 times? Watched it 2 times. But yeah, it was good. I love
to race. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It was good. So, man, we have to have Nick. Nick needs to come on when he's not busy because he needs to do his expression. He's like, my brother, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. It sounds just like him. It's funny. And then like Bestman says he doesn't sound like that. And then when you play the clip, he sounds just like that.
What does he say? Wait.
He's like,
Kennedy,
my brother,
Kennedy.
I cannot do it.
Swing better.
Merv says, wasn't that one of the Radican War Beast or something? I'm not sure. I would be throwing the War Beast thing. I would be guessing. I don't remember those from the Old Republic game when I played it though. I love Speed Racer. I used to have a really cool Speed Racer shirt. Speed Racer going like that on it. Had a little Trixie with a little Chim Chim on the bottom. Chim Chim was like, yeah. I like Chim Chim.
I had my ex-boyfriend sent me this Go Speed Racer dance remix, and it was very nasty. I was like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna sing it.
Seth says the guy who told me this also liked last week's episode. Okay, well that's a good sign then. That's a good sign. So that's pretty cool. I'm not coming on to anything. Hey, that's too bad, Nick. Junior says ask Bestman Bolton to fly his drone over the Andor season 2 set wherever it is. It's at Pinewood, Junior. Just go there. Just go there and put on a Chewbacca costume and just try to walk on set. They won't even notice. They'll be like, yeah, come on, dude. Those was filming just being Star Wars. So, oh yeah, the Ricotta maybe. Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. It reminds me of that Mecha Godzilla a little bit. Like it was like the Star Wars version of Mecha Godzilla, which I appreciated. But well, anything else to add, Max, before we call it a night and we get our beauty rest?
I could. But you didn't respond to me, so I'm not going to say it now.
Wait, what did I miss?
We'll do it next week.
Oh wait, you wanted to talk about you have a music thing? Just something that you want to talk. I didn't know if you wanted.
No,
to,
we can do it next week because
when it's out, it'll be out.
Yeah, and then I can explain a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Okay.
So guys, expect a video from me.
Yeah. Don't
a music video.
Wake you up at 1 in the fucking morning. You're gonna dance. You're gonna dance.
And on the floor.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, Max, and staying up with me and all that jazz.
Thanks for starting really early.
We did.
I wasn't ready. I thought we were gonna go on a certain time. And I was ready.
All right. Yeah. I guess.
You guys.
All right. Okay. Well, I think next week's is going to be a much more fun episode. We'll have Gunji and all of that, and maybe I'll be more awake and I'll like it more. But I'm going to probably watch this one in the morning when I get up again. Probably check it out and see if I have a better impression of it. If I do, maybe I'll just a sleepy little bitch tonight. That's me sometimes. Sometimes that happens. Because you know why, Max?
I like spaceships.
All right, everybody.
All
bye.
Right.
We'll see everybody tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a show. If there's any news tomorrow, I'll do a show at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And otherwise,
Pacific Standard Time?
Right. Pacific Ocean.
Pacific.
Cool. Pacific. Not the specific ocean, the Pacific Ocean. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, Max.
Bye.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.